We are live.
What's going on, people? Back at it again. Another episode. I hope Hoteps been told you. What's going on, people? My man Vibe High. Got some kickback. My man Hotep Jesus. My man Hotep Jesus. What's going on? My bad.
What up, man?
Aliases.
Yeah, we have arrived. I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful Thursday. Hoteps been told you, episode 5. I'm feeling good, and we got a lot in store for the people today. How you feeling, huh?
It's been all right, man. It's like we got a break from the heat, and it was raining all week. So I don't know. I mean, couldn't really do nothing. You know what I mean? Try to get in the gym, try to get my Hotep on. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't wait to do this show, man, because there was a lot of stuff going on this week, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, and only us can handle it the way it really needs to be handled. You know what I
mean? You know it. A lot did go on this week, man. Every day I was just sitting like, oh, this gonna be good for the show this week. This gonna be good for the show this week.
But let's start with the NFL, man. Jerry Jones, they had the NFL had like they went back on they had a rule for the protesting. They still protesting the national anthem. I'm thinking that's going to stop something. Jerry Jones came out and said, none of his players, if you on the Cowboys, you on the Dallas Cowboys, you better stand your black ass, you better get your black ass up and stand in front of that flag. That's what Jerry Jones said.
Ain't that America's team?
People is heated, man.
They was mad?
Yeah, they mad. I be seeing tweets like, imagine you a black Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, man. Shout out to C. Francis. That's my homie. He's actually a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder how you feel. I got to ask him.
Yeah, but man, it's like the shine. People won't still understand the owner's side. I mean, they go and do all the protesting. The fans are gonna be like, "Man, I ain't come to this football to spend this $500. You know what I mean, for these 2 seats up in the nosebleeds to see you shine, not stand for the anthem."
Yeah, don't mess with the anthem, bro.
I mean, we might find it silly, but that's that's just the reality. And they're not going to lose money just for y'all just to do that. Shit.
It's a corporation at the end of the day, and whatever big boss man say, that's what goes. Just say what Trump say, you sons of bitches better stand for my flag.
Yo. He damn sure did. They call him sons of bitches.
Yo, better stand. So what was the ruling that they rolled back? What did they say originally?
Well, originally they were going to allow teams, like if you didn't want to stand for the flag, you could stay in the locker room. But now they rolled it back, saying, well, now we don't want y'all ain't going. There's no standing in the locker room now. They're going to talk it over because some teams want their players to be out there and some teams don't. I guess they're kind of afraid. Some people was just going to stay in the locker room. I don't understand it. They should just roll it back to nobody's out because this is a recent rule. You know what I mean? The Army and the DOD invested some money, gave some advertising money to, it puts them into the NFL. You get these people out here patriotic so they can get some recruits. That's the name of the game. You know what I mean? That's how it started. The players used to be in the locker rooms before when they used to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right. Turn my volume down a little bit.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, that they definitely. I remember that they purchased. They made a little bit of a purchase there. Shout out to my homie Will. I'm woke with the movement. William Darby with the $4.99 super chat. My dog. That's my homie. We work out every Sunday together.
Okay.
But yeah, yo. I know that they paid for that. And, so that is an execution. So basically the NFL originally was saying that the players can sit in the back, but now they're saying, nah, you got to bring your black asses on the field.
Yeah, I mean they're reviewing it now because I don't
Okay.
think they understood what they was getting into. I don't know.
Oh man, don't get Sean King started. Sean King gonna give you the play-by-play and claim you boycott.
Yup, man. Shoot. Can't wait to get him started on NFL.
Boy.
Yo, did you listen? R. Kelly, man, he came out with a 19-minute. You know, people come with these short albums, man. I swear I listened to the 19-minute R. Kelly. That was just as long as Kanye West album he just dropped.
Yo, what's up with that? You heard it? You listened to it?
Yeah, man. I listened to it a few times.
How was it?
I thought it was. I mean, he was giving his perspective. You know, I don't have to talk about the music part of it. You know what I mean? That part. I mean, R. Kelly. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. So I thought the song was good. You know, and I didn't. If you look at it from a non SJW perspective, you'd be like, that's it. It don't even sound like it's 19 minutes. You'd be like grooving up, like, damn, this guy, he he's going in. But if you look at it from, you know, the black feminists, you know what I mean, they was killing it. I mean, there was a whole bunch of think pieces. Like they're telling you what it is because they don't want you to listen to it. I seen a whole bunch of that. Oh, I sacrificed my ears so y'all don't have to listen to it. Like, what is lame ass shit? Yeah. I mean, he was basically saying he don't got no. I didn't know he couldn't read. You know, I didn't know he didn't got his publishing. So his money he's getting is from these tours. And when they going out and mute R. Kelly, you know, that's affecting his money. And that's why I think of some of these girls, you know, he didn't have he didn't have as much play money as he used to, you know what I'm saying? So they start all that. Oh, R. Kelly did this, R. Kelly is a cult. Man, you know, I mean, he told a lot of truths. He told on how he was molested as a child. You know, he gave it up. He said he was in love with Aaliyah. He said the P-tape he was set up. You know what I mean? It was a lot of truth to it.
Yeah. I remember the whole Aaliyah thing. I came up on that. I came up on R. Kelly, period. You know what I mean? So my opinion on this matter is a little bit biased. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still gonna be listening to 12 play. I'm still gonna listen to Chocolate Factory. You know what I'm saying? Like, R. Kelly, my dog. I don't know about R. Kelly the man, but R. Kelly the musician gonna get these spins from Hotep Jesus. But you gotta watch out for these young girls and these IG thoughts. You know, it's like they try to trap a brother. You know what I mean? And they'll do anything for a little bit of fame on Shade Room. You know,
right?
So it's hard to just say somebody's guilty of something these days without some sort of proof, you know what I mean? And he's R. Kelly, he's rich, you know, his concert is 90% women, you know what I mean? And, you know, I don't know. They try to say, oh, he got a sex cult and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I believe that stuff.
You know, he made a comparison. He made a rightful comparison in the song. He said, y'all loved Hugh Hefner, right? Hugh Hefner was getting all them young girls. He was doing the same thing. But when it comes to R. Kelly, they're very, no. You know what I mean? And plus, on the fact of this, man, they're getting mad at R. Kelly. And in the same day, Charlemagne released his video, you know, I think an interview and
with his wife.
Yeah, with his wife and everything. Try to clean everything up with him.
Yeah, yeah.
They definitely don't have the same
They definitely, Breakfast Club definitely orchestrated that to clean up Charlemagne's image. You know what I mean? Well, executed and orchestrated. Good job, Charlemagne. That was very smart of you to bring your wife on to clear up the air on that matter. I was listening live to that too. And then when his wife was about to come on, I just went in the house. I'm like, I don't want to hear this. I don't really care about this fool. You know what I mean? I already knew what it was, what time it was, because they were silent about it all week till his wife came and they had a chance to, you know what I mean, strategize. You know what I mean? But yeah, yo, I don't know about my man Kels. You know what I mean? What was the last point you had made on Kels? You said something about the music. He point. The dude from Playboy, Hugh Hefner. Yo, Hugh Hefner had a rule where like I think once you pass like 18 or 19, you was pretty much no good as a Playboy playmate. You know, he wanted them like right when they turned 18. So R. Kelly do got a point. They moving the goalposts.
Yeah, definitely. You know, another thing that people on the timeline were saying, you know, as he mentioned, he was molested when he was younger by, I think it was his aunts in the book.
Yeah.
People were saying, trying to say he's saying that as an excuse for his behavior. I'm like, no, that's not what he's saying. That's one of the reasons for his behavior. And people, I don't understand. I'm like, these black folks got all these degrees on the wall. You go any of these Shine's wall, they got paper on the wall. And they don't even understand that. I'm like, he's not saying it's one of the reasons it happened. You know, people can't understand it. I'm just like, man, I'm done with y'all, man.
Yo, once you guilty in the court of Nignaggery, you guilty, man. You don't get to plead your case, bro. You indicted immediately, shipped off to jail, and hung. That's how it go. You know
yeah, that's how
Tron
it goes.
James with the super chat, $5 super chat. Shout out to Tron James. Capitalism is going to defeat protests in America's business. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Capitalists gonna defeat protests, man. We're gonna out capitalize the Antifa, man. Is that what's gonna happen?
Socialism definitely ain't gonna beat us.
Soros got some deep pockets, man.
I don't know who's gonna beat Soros now. That dude, man, he a thug. Soros is a G.
Twitter censorship, man.
Yeah.
Now we've both been subject to this, man.
Still. Still.
Yo, I remember they had my image settings set to the warning for like a year, man. It took me like a year to be able to get that off of there.
How'd you get it off?
Like there was a setting in your settings. You got to go in your Twitter settings.
But yours still appears to other people as sensitive.
No, I don't think it's so anymore.
No?
No.
Mine's does.
Yeah, I seen that on yours.
So you said I got to go to my settings?
Yeah, I think there's a setting. We can talk offline, but yeah, there's definitely a setting. It might still be checked, but they automatically do that. You have to go in and do it. I'm like, they've been screwing me and shadow banning me. I'm shadow banned on. I typed. There was that website, right? Did you go to the website and try your name?
The shadowban.eu.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm like, what the fuck I do?
They got you?
Yeah.
Woo! Damn, that means you more dangerous than me. I checked mine. It said I was Gucci.
I don't know how they did me like that. Oh, you read the super chat, man?
John J, $10 super chat. I'm scared to read this. Big capitalism has hurt the black community since the 60s, and you guys are African nationalists, right? So I got this idea. Y'all Hoteps might as well call yourselves African American National Socialists. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. John J, you're slick. You're getting slick each week, buddy. We're Hoteps. This is Hotep Nation. But John J, I like that, man. That was slick, man. We appreciate the super chat. But yeah, the censorship is wild. I feel like they are still censoring me. Like, so I think that like once I get like a certain amount of retweets and my stuff goes out, they'll stop sharing my tweets. And that's what we saw in the article today that was exposed by initially by Veritas and then picked up by Vice. But there is a lot of people that say they're shadow banned. Laura Loma shadow banned. A bunch of other people, man. Trump was like, nah. This morning I checked my feed. Trump was like, yo, y'all better cool it with the shadow ban or I'm coming. I was like, yo, there my president go. There my dog go.
Yeah, but definitely, because the last couple of days I looked at my mentions, and even I don't really tweet a lot. You know what I mean? Some days I might get a good hour in or something like that, or before I go to bed. But during the week, I really tweet like I used to tweet. But I knew how many mentions I would get for just the casually tweeting I do.
Yeah.
It slowed down the last 2 weeks. It slowed way down. I'm like, I started like let me get on the tweet. I mean, let me start tweeting again. I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But this is how they do it.
Crazy. Yeah, mine's definitely slowed down. Now that you said that, yeah, the last 2 weeks it has slowed down quite a bit. Now that I think about it.
And they're just greedy. Like, why would they do it so much that people would notice? That's what my thing. They're so. I understand what they're doing, you know what I mean, but you can't do it so much that people notice. So it gets to the president of the United States.
Yeah, it's them algorithms. Once they got that machine learning in there, they turn it up too much or turn it down. You know what I mean? I think they got the machine turned too up. They got to dial that thing back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what keywords they got in that thing, but I'm sure Hotep is one of them keywords that's in that machine learning. But Jack Dorsey, if you're listening, I know you're watching us. I know you're reading my DMs. You follow me and you won't verify me. But if you're watching, stop it, man. Get some help. You don't got to do this, man.
Yo, I try to get my blue check, man. I never heard back from them people.
Yo, I signed up for my blue check. Yo, I swear to God, I got a response in like 5 minutes. Like, nah, nigga. Yo, I was like, yo, I just hit the button. Yo, I ain't gonna say no. I just hit the button. Yo, they ain't playing with me.
But is this just the warm ups? Because what's the midterm? What this year? This year, right?
Yeah, November.
So is this this might be the warm up? You know what I mean?
Oh, this is the warm up. This is the warm up. I know it's the warm up because the Daily Beast reached out to me and started asking me these funny questions in the email. So I sent them over to the TP USA gang. I sent it to the Hotep gang. I'm like, yo, you see this? And they wanted to interview me. So I had a little phone call with him or whatnot. And he tried to pull some John Jay stuff on me, right? I was like, yo, I don't want no interview. But he was like, yo, I'm writing this piece on you. I'm like, yo, don't write about me. I don't want you to write about me. And he was like, we're going to write it anyway. I'm like, oh, midterm elections is real. They trying to get us all out of here. So be careful. They going to come. And Twitter's involved.
Yeah, that's I think they realized they lost a lot of ground on social media, and they're trying to gain it up. But it seems it's like, I don't know, the left doesn't meme as good as the right, so I don't think. They're at a disadvantage. I think
they'll stand a chance. We be whooping that ass. Between the conservatives and the Hoteps, they don't stand a chance, bro. And there's a lot of black people with that walkaway movement. You see, they try to label that walkaway movement as Russian bots. You know what I mean? Which is completely false. Like, I'm not a Russian bot. There's a lot of people that are joining that. So folks is waking up and midterm elections is coming. And you're right. I think they come in with the hatchet.
That's crazy, man. I never thought they'd be on our ass like this, man. This shit. I'm gonna turn up harder, man.
Big facts.
Trump talked some yang on Iran, man. He got in matter of fact, he did it in all caps. He said, y'all better not ever disrespect us, threaten us, and all this yang. I'm like, Lord have mercy, man. Don't let these Iranians start hitting these oil tankers, man. Gas get up to $15 a gallon, man. And everybody going really crazy out here, man. I'm like, let's calm this down. But, he talked at the same yang that North Korea, and we saw how it ended up trying to be. You think that's Hotep Jesus? Do you think this is 4D chess from President Fofine?
It's two parts to this. First part is deep state been gunning for Iran for years. So, there's the hidden man, you know what I mean? John Jay's peoples are behind them. You know what I mean? Pushing the hand, but they talked a little bit too much smack. Trump got the battery in his back. And yeah, he's definitely playing 4D chess, as you can see with the tariffs, with the dip in the China market and the rise in our market, and the EU now playing on our court. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's some good 4D chess that's happening here.
Okay.
Damn, these super chats is coming in. John Jay, I see what Hotep doing, encouraging Nogs to vote Trump. That's probably a step in the right direction, but y'all not trying to tell people Trump's cabinet is full of bankers. his kids married in. John Jay, hold up. Don't talk about my president like that, John Jay. I'm trying to get my Trump cameo, yo. We got another $2 one from John Jay. Trump is ultimately the enemy. Okay, that's a John Jay opinion. That does not express the views of Hotep Nation. Justin Stone, $5. Danny Williams has a blue check mark. How did Jack allow that? Who's Danny Williams? I don't even know who that is.
Is that allegedly Clinton's son? Is that his name?
Is that?
Hold on, let me Google him. I think that is him.
The illegitimate son?
Yeah.
Oh, that could get ugly. Danny Williams. Oh yeah, that is him.
He's got a blue check mark.
Oh snap! Oh, yo, he really do got a black kid. Yo, we gonna talk about that in a second.
He do got Clinton nose, man. He
do look like Bill. Yo.
He look just like him.
Wow. Oh, I thought that was a conspiracy theory. That's really real. Lord have mercy. I thought that was one of those, like, Michelle Obama got a penis theories.
No. Bill is a monster, man. Bill is out of control, man. He was out of control, man. You got to think, man. If he got Monica Lewinsky up in the White House,
word,
taking the stogies, right? Like, he's wild with it, man.
That's true. He is wilding if he's doing it up in the White House. You get him head in the Oval Office, yeah, he wilding. He is loose. That's loose booty.
But, I don't know. I think he's not gonna. I hope it doesn't escalate. There's a war words, Rouhani, I think his name is. Mm-hmm. They said, man, y'all better not do nothing. We'll be the ultimate peace or the ultimate war. I don't want no parts of it. You know what I mean? I'm straying away from the mainstream conservative. They talking this going around like, no, you ask Uncle Hotep, nah, man, don't do this. But I think this is tough talking. They'll come back to to the peace table.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want war. Hotep means peace. We don't want no wars. We're not trying to spend no more tax dollars. Defense budget's already astronomical. But I've got a feeling that the Bracket Brothers is going to send in the arms, and it's only a matter of time before Iran ends up like Libya. They are on borrowed time. Iran, if you live there, I'm sorry, get out now. It's coming. They want to establish that central bank, and they will. John Jay, $5. John, how much money you got, man? He said, you used to say Alex Jones was controlled opposition. Now that you have been on this show, you got memory loss. Must be chemicals in the water got you fruity. Yeah, I got amnesia. I don't remember that. I do not recall. Shout out to the homie Alex Jones.
Oh man. All right, so stand your ground, man. It has come up again.
Yeah.
I don't know the homie's name. Everybody's seen a video. Elderly man was arguing with somebody in the car. They parked in the handicap spot and they didn't have no handicapped. And I guess somebody ran in and told the bull in the store. He come running out, pushes bull. Bull just he fall out. He go right in his pocket, pull his pistol out, put a hole right in his chest. Bull died.
Yep. Marquise McLaughlin, R.I.P. to Marquise McLaughlin, and condolences to his family. Should I wait on this first? You want to go first?
Go ahead, man.
So, this, I'm going to take hell for this. This is when keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I come outside the store, and if I see my lady having a verbal altercation with a dude, or he's yelling, I'm not going to get physical. Maybe that's just because that's how I am. I don't know. But I'm not going to get physical. I'm just gonna be like, yo, chill out. You know what I mean? Like, calm down. And then hop in my car and just keep it moving. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's something in the nignog that says fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we see what happens when you do that, man. When you're not in, it's about emotional control. When you don't have emotional control, you are going to have karmic consequences. There's going to be cause and effect, and we see how that's happened.
Yeah, man. It's sad. First, rest in peace to Markeith. Um, but I mean, this is the thing is, these people say the white man is oppressing them, the white man is killing them. White man got his foot on her neck. So if all that is true, I'm staying as far away from the white man as possible. Right. So why would you run out there push somebody? If you did it on the street, you go run out and push somebody on the block and see what happened to you.
They gonna pop you.
Yeah. So it ain't no difference between if it happened in the goddamn A+ or whatever convenience store it was. It don't happen to make no difference. Don't put no. If you put your hands on somebody, you better expect that they're gonna come back something harder than what you did to them.
Right. Which is why I don't understand why people are pulling race into it just because it's a white man. They just pull any situation out in America and make it seem like it's a race issue, but they trying to make it seem like it's the white man when damn well you go to the hood, 13th Street, MLK Boulevard, anywhere in the United States, you go push a Negro, whole block gonna put holes in you.
Yeah, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen with my own eyes, man. You know what I mean? So I hate that, and everybody jumped on it, the race baiters and everything, man.
That's how they get paid.
Just got in his car and kept it moving.
That's it. I don't have time to be fighting with people, Like it's like, just go home and enjoy the rest of your day. You know what I mean? Like, you probably had a backwood waiting for you. And now you lying on 6 feet deep because you wanted to be macho man. Not in Florida, bro. Not in Florida. That's the wrong state. Wait. Yep, Clearwater, Florida. That's not the right state to be doing that in. And you saw the police chief. He's like, look, I ain't gonna talk for how this dude felt. If he said he was scared and he stood his ground, and that's what it is. And I'm like, well, I can't really argue.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And they just went wild. Doesn't help the bull.
Emotional control. That's all I gotta say, man.
They brought up the Bulls record and everything, man. It was just crazy.
What was his record like? Felony after felony.
Yeah, man. The worst thing was he got arrested for selling fake work, fake counterfeit drugs. This guy got arrested for selling a brick of flour. I'm sorry, man. Rest in peace, the bull. I thought it was funny. Well, I read all those the charges, man. When it said fake drugs.
How you get caught selling fake drugs, Oh, I feel. Hey, shout out to all the black people watching this that's mad at me right now. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm just objectively looking at this thing. It just looks like pure nignogery to me.
But another thing that's come out of this, people are saying they're protesting that law, saying the stand your ground law is racist. They're saying the actual law is racist.
Well, the law itself isn't racist, but the people that are in power have the capability to make it racist, because you'll have, one woman, I know it was a black woman down there that, she claimed she stood her ground, but they locked her up. You know what I mean? But I think that this is another example of where black people have to understand that we got to control our communities. We have to control our municipalities. We got to vote in our own mayors. We got to vote in our own judges. We got to send more kids to law school. You know what I mean? So that when we go to court, we're not defended by some cheap public defender who works for the city or works for the state. You know what I mean? Because when a lot of the black people that lose these type of cases, you go, look, who is defending them? A public defender. You're going to lose with a public defender. That's what they there for.
Right.
What do you think about it?
Man, yeah, it's some of these things is a trap. But if we know there's a trap, then who's the fool? It's like the mouse that you put the cheese on the mouse trap. The mouse know it's a mouse trap. You're gonna keep putting your mouth on that cheese. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna get hemmed up one of these times. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's, Florida is just a different world out there, man. Apparently, nigga, god damn, Florida is crazy.
It is. I went and visited a friend down there, and he had a shotgun underneath his couch and another gun here, another gun there. I'm like, oh, I kind of like it down there. But then when you kind of see all this stuff going down, I'm like, nah, I know they're gonna catch me up in the courts. You know what I mean? You better have your money right living in Florida, have you the right attorney that's connected. Shout out to Mike Lowry with the $5 super chat. He said, laughing my ass off. John Jay got some deep pockets. Oh boy. Let's do a quick commercial break. If you guys want to donate to Hotep Nation, you can do so at patreon.com/Hotep Nation. The link is in the description of this video. You can also shop for all of your Hotep Nation gear at hotepnation.com/shop for all the finest in Hotep linens. And of course, each and every episode is sponsored by Lola and Doe Soap. So if you're ready to smell good, feel good, and feel good, have that skin nice and moisturized, so you ain't gonna be an ashy Hotep, hit the link in the description box.
Yo, slightly off topic, man. 50 and you're both 50 and Floyd, man. What's going on, man? 50 been, Floyd hit him with a good right, a body shot, like bam. Then
Word.
50 just came back like
Yo, why people keep messing with 50 live for this? He got on because of beef. Like, you don't want no problems with 50. 50 was like, look, I'm gonna do this nice and slow after, Floyd threw the first shot. But he been killing Floyd. Boy, he talked about his friend committed suicide on FaceTime. Floyd popped up at the game same night. Talk about Floyd can't read, don't know the script to get on Power. He was killing it. But I think the only question I have is it orchestrated? Is this real beef? Does 50 have a song coming out? Is this Power promo? Is Floyd about to go into MMA and he has a fight coming up? I don't know. So I don't want people to forget that this is still entertainment.
Yeah, you gotta keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah,
but yeah, they was wilding for a minute, man. I was like, man, they gotta relax, man.
That was an entertainment, boy. Yeah, the internet's going wild.
All right, Facebook, or K-Book, like how Pell likes to call it, crashing, man. I think the last thing was it 21% down.
Yep.
21%.
It's down to 171 last time I checked.
What's going on? Jesus, I know you're the resident, the stocks and bonds looker, you know what I mean, player.
Well, here's the thing, and I've been saying this for a very long time. Facebook is a dying platform. As a marketer, I do Facebook advertising, and the Facebook platform, I've noticed that when I've run ads to a lower demographic, I don't get the same amount of impressions or engagement. It's almost as if the audience doesn't exist. That 18 to like 25 audience almost doesn't exist. What I found was really good or had great engagement was 35 and up. The older it is, the better it is. I feel like it was a graveyard, and this is how you can tell when something's a graveyard digitally. When they start putting ads everywhere, that's when you know they peaked, because now they're trying to monetize the audience before the audience leaves. Also, I was looking at data, I want to say last year, or the year before, and it was talking about how the growth has stalled. They have the highest growth stall rate out of all the social networks. So I knew this stuff was coming. And then once they basically here's what really affected the numbers. They said that revenue is falling, 1%, and it's 2% or something like that, and it's going to fall again in Q3 and 4.
Okay.
But spending is going to increase by 50%. So when your money's only coming in at a rate of is decreasing at a rate of 1%, but you're spending at a rate of 50 to 60%, you're bleeding at this point. You know what I mean? But I think that's why Zuckerberg has been so aggressive with getting satellites over Africa and trying to get Africans on Facebook, because he's trying to fudge the numbers. You dig what I'm saying? He's trying to bring in new users because America's done with the platform. And, of course, the Trump curse.
Yeah, man. It's been a dying, like, the young kids I know, they all, I mean, it's all Twitter and Snapchat. But I was reading that they were saying that the new, like, they're doing new securities and new stuff, that all the new stuff they have to fight quote unquote fake news is affecting, they're affecting this. Also, the censorship things. They once, like, is it coincidence the week before? You know what I mean? Zuckerberg said there's room on the platform for Holocaust deniers, and then this week it crashes at 21%. I'm just saying, I just remember that.
I forgot about that. Yeah, he's talking about John J. Peoples. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, it's like all the censorship, like you can't even be on it. People get kicked off. I mean, they kick you out of groups. The one thing I do like about Facebook is if you can get into political groups and the right one, you can, like, it's almost like Reddit. You can like a good amount of members in it. You can put some stuff up there. You can have people look at your stuff. But all I have is a Uncle Hotep page and my personal page, but that's it. I post stuff to my Uncle Hotep page, and some people are on it, some people aren't, but it's you're right, it's a dying platform, man. It really is. Now, the one thing I'm wondering, like, will these kids eventually migrate there when they get older, or will they just stay away?
Nah, they're gonna stay away.
Yeah.
I think, as you get older, it makes more sense to just be on LinkedIn, and just go the professional route as far as, connecting with people in your high school. But Facebook has been a platform to connect with your family and friends and classmates. That's where it originated. But I imagine that by the time these kids get older, it's going to be something completely different that'll satisfy that need.
Yeah, maybe they just stay on Twitter and stay on Snapchat or whatever. Or Instagram is really killing it. But doesn't Facebook have Instagram though? It seems like Instagram is booming.
They own Instagram. The issue is with Instagram, you can't feed ads like you can on Facebook. Because on Facebook, you got the right feed, you got the main feed. There's all different places to place ad. Whereas on Instagram, it's like you could put it in stories or you could put it in the timeline, and that's it. And people are scrolling right past them things.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can't feed it. You can't feed it as often.
Right.
So it's harder to monetize that platform. But that's their last hope. That and WhatsApp.
Right.
Tron James with the super chat, enjoying the show, had to donate. Shout out to Tron James. We appreciate you, man. Every dollar counts. But I think Facebook's experience is terrible. It is terrible. I get on there because I have to sometimes, and it's like that notifications tab. And they bringing me stuff that they got like such and such posted. I'm like, I don't even like this guy. Why is this in my notifications? You know what I'm saying? And they're just doing things to keep people on the platform. That it's you can just tell. Like, I'm in digital marketing, so they're dealing with digital platforms. So I know the things that people try to do to get people to engage. You know what I mean? And that's one of those things where you feed things in there that shouldn't be there just to get people to click around and stay longer. And it's just like, okay, so that lets me know you guys are desperate and the platform's dying.
Right.
And then once you got all the, conservatives leaving, Oh, and the other thing is so my friend builds Facebook pages and now Facebook is doing something crazy where turn my volume down a little bit more. They're doing something where shout out to King Demic. But what he would do is he'd share stuff from his other page. And when he was sharing stuff from that other page, they banned the page, like with not even a warning. And they're saying things like, well, if you share something from a page, you have to type at least a paragraph response before you hit the share button and all this other stuff. And I'm like, wow. So you're not even allowing the tastemakers to build these pages that keep people around longer. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're going to abandon the platform and look for other ways to monetize social media. So Facebook's just making a lot of bad decisions, with banning people, suspensions, and shadow banning.
Yo, you think they'll get Zuckerberg out of there, man?
If he make another comment like last week, hell yeah.
Yeah, because I think the board wanted to vote him out as chairman.
Yeah. They might. I wouldn't be surprised. It's karma come back and bite his ass. So it's definitely plausible.
Okay. Next is tragedy on San Francisco. Oh no, Oakland. Nia Wilson. They got off the BART terminal. That's like the public transportation in Oakland, out in California, right? Anyway, when it ended up being a transient guy, white guy, ended up slashing Nia and another lady. Nia ended up dying. Is the other girl still surviving? I think
she's still alive. Her sister's
still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean King and Tariq Nasheed, man, they really jumped on this one, man.
You knew they was.
They really jumped on this one. But you know what I heard? I was reading Ed Asante's post, right? He said 3 people died the weeks before at that same BART, right? And nobody made any word. Nobody knew nothing about it. Nobody said nothing. But when they get that white man to kill a black woman,
that's the story we got to run with.
Yeah, that's what they run with.
That's why I don't get hyped with these stories, yo. I don't get hyped because I know the media is cherry picking, yo. They any given moment at any given day, they could just say, "Look, racism." You know what I'm saying? And we don't know. I'm not here to speculate, but I'm gonna speculate. We don't know what happened to lead up to this incident. You know what I'm saying? Whether the guy was defending himself or not. We don't have no videotape, which is irresponsible for Bart. So, I don't know. Do I feel bad that the girl is dead? Absolutely. I hate to see a black woman die, especially like that. You get your throat sliced open like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But again, I'm not going to allow the media to pull on my emotional triggers and my emotional strings. It's not going to happen, bro. Not going to happen. Shout out to Nia Wilson. Condolences to her family and everybody else. I saw another clip where they had a little party and whatnot, and apparently she was a rapper. Did you see that? Yeah. Did you listen to the lyrics?
I didn't listen to it. What was she rapping about?
It was that nigga, I kill a nigga, pop him in his ass, 4-5, shoot him up, bang bang. And I'm just like, I'm not saying she deserved to die because of her lyrics, but when you speak things into the universe, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to start providing music that's more uplifting for the soul and more beneficial for the community. And it seems like it's probably not her fault because that's all she's used to. That's all the music that's around her. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, but, it's probably not her fault at all. But I mean, that's just all she knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, young girl. You know what I mean? She, she got her poses with the gun, what I don't mind. You flex your two-way. You know what I'm saying? But the lyrics, I'm just like, it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Yeah, rest in peace to her. Hopefully they figure out what happened. But it seemed like to me it was just a homeless guy who was crazy and decided to kill two people. I don't think it was racially motivated, but that's how they're going to run with it. Today's media, the fake news, that's how they run with it. That's a shame. It's a shame they exploit her death like that. You know what I mean?
That's what I don't like. I don't like the fact that Tariq Nasheed and Sean King exploit Black death for their benefit. You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole lot of other ways to, build your clout than to do it off the backs of dead Black bodies. Terrible, yo.
They worse than D-Ray. And then when D-Ray was first on the scene, he was like, and none of you were like, man, these people are off the hook. But Tariq and Sean King now, they way worse than them. What they way worse, man.
Big facts. And they getting rich off it too.
Yeah. Daily News, they laid off 75%. Sean King still had a job.
He sure did. I don't know, man.
Anyway, let's get to my shine of the week. Whoopi Goldberg, shine of the week. Went on The View, got into with Judge Jeanine, allegedly spit on her in the back room, told her to get off the set. And Whoopi was crying about, she was like, what I'm tired about? I'm tired of y'all talking about Mexicans like they're some criminals. I'm like, you shut your Black ass up. I'm like, why are you worried about it? You don't even hear the Mexicans crying like this. But the Shine will cry like this. The Shine is the African American, the Akata the Shine, man. They so want to fight other people's battles because I don't know why they want to do that, man. Mind your business. You're not in it. But they want to jump in front of the bullet to die for somebody that don't even care about them.
Forget care about them. They want to dive in front of the bullet that group shot at them. Because the Mexicans will kill you in Mexico. They do not like Negroes in South Central LA. They don't like them in Mexico and most of South America. And all we do is protect. They be like, oh, the oppressor. Yeah, you check out these other continents. Y'all protecting your oppressor. But, you can't say that. Political correctness, PC culture. I'll say it. Whoopi got TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. She got it. Because as soon as Judge Jeanine spoke, she completely lost her mind. You know what I mean? She wasn't the calm and collective person she could have been. But yeah, I think she was definitely shine of the week. She's just I think what it is that concerted effort from the left to not be tolerant and to silence all views of the conservative right. And they use the Negro. They use the prominent, the figurehead Negro to do the dirty work, the house Negro. They use us to do their dirty work.
Yeah.
And shut down all dissent. And it's terrible.
Yeah. It's crazy. Trump tapes, man. Did you listen to the Trump tape? Cohen was secretly taping Trump. Trump asked for Coke. Man, he drinks some Coca-Cola, man. God, he must have a whole bunch of stock in Coca-Cola.
He said, bring me a Coke.
Coca-Cola to death. He must be getting that special Coca-Cola, man.
Yeah, I think he spends a lot of time up. You know what I mean? So I think that's his caffeine fix to just keep him going. It's got a lot of sugar and it's got a lot of caffeine. And he just keep him going. But Trump, you listening, man, lay off that Coke. That's not good for you, dog. Super chat from my boy Pluto. It's your boy Pluto here from Twitter. There's also a serial killer in Florida going around killing Black trans people. I ain't hear about that. That's good news. I mean, I'm not.
Come on.
No, I didn't mean to say it like that. I mean, it's good that he brought that up.
Right. I don't think I've heard about that.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. I didn't mean like that. But yeah, Trump tapes. There's nothing on them. CNN was reaching. They said something about cash. And my only thing was, Ain't you supposed to pay the hoes in cash? I don't know anybody that pay their hoes in checks. Can I write you a check? But they don't got nothing on them, and they really reached, which let me know that they didn't have anything.
No.
You know, when I saw that. What'd you see?
Nothing, man. I mean, I seen this Karen McDougal. This was, I'm like, and Storm Daniels, I was like, man, what is this guy doing? When I seen Karen McDougal, I was like, okay, Trump, that's my dog right there.
See the follow,
Yo, and
right?
if you listen to I swear I listened to her. She was acting like she was in love with Trump. He was slinging that thing, man.
Yeah, he was a playboy.
But yeah, I didn't hear nothing, man. I'm just like, this is a whole bunch of nothing. There's another nothing burger. You know, it's
a witch hunt.
Yeah, this is the biggest travesty I've ever seen, man. Like, I'm watching this Vietnam joint on Netflix, and there was surely some fuckery in the 60s, but this is some pure fuckery right now, and it's crazy because it's going against the current president and stuff like that. You know, it's really, really wild, man. I just, there was nothing to it. I mean, and they say they got more, but I think they would come out with their heavy hitter first, man.
Right.
Trying to stretch it. You think they're stretching it?
No, they would have came with something heavy. Like, I understand you want to wait to a midterm election, but what they came with was so light. Like, it's like, okay, you brought another bimbo out. Nobody, like, if you looked at how long that thing trended, like, everybody, even the left was over it after like a day or so. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like a super light jab, and I'm just like, man, that shit rolling off like water on a duck. So I don't think they got nothing else. If they do, there's nothing big because this was light.
Yeah, it's really, really light.
John J. Super chat. You see what it says?
Yeah. That was a good one.
It's a really good one. POC stands for Prevention of Counter-Semitism from John J. $5 super chat. I might actually use that one.
Hollywood, we get to the big story of the week, man.
Yeah.
This Hollywood thing is taking another turn. James Gunn got removed. Now they're on the Ricky and Morty. Ricky and Morty show?
Ricky and Morty.
That dude was humping a goddamn baby doll. I don't know what the hell was going on with that. I was like, and people are always just comedy. I'm like, who's laughing at this goddamn shit? I'm like, what the hell's wrong with y'all?
Yo, whoever laughing at that is sick. You a sick individual. But you notice that it's these same people that are the left wing, man. It's the left wing and the left wing politics that's opening the door for this. The media was caping for these pedos and these pedophiles that got exposed. James Gunn, 10,000 tweets talking about little kids. Like, wow. But again, Hoteps been told you. Been told you about the pedophilia and the rape that's happening in Hollywood. And they called us crazy in 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17. Can't call us crazy no more.
No, man. They can't at all, man.
Super chat from Trues 199. Just joined. Can I get a summary? You're going to have to wait for the playback. Homie.
8:00 sharp, brother. Yeah, I mean, this is Hollywood. I mean, I got in chat, Pizzagate is real. There's, I think, what I think they were doing? They were telling inside jokes to each other. You know what I mean? That's why I think them Hollywood cats were doing. Because they follow each other. You know what I mean? So, when you're a celebrity, you don't really follow a whole bunch of people, but you really do follow other celebrities. He was tweeting to them. They were tweeting to each other with these pedo jokes, man. That's my opinion. But they got to, but people are arguing like this is anti-free speech. We can't go so far with this, but some people are saying leave it alone and hey, don't get him fired. I think Shapiro was saying it's not the right to do this because it was against free speech. But some people were saying we have to use the same weapons that the left is using against us.
My issue with that argument is freedom of speech is a governmental right, right? That's issued by the government. Disney is a corporation. Disney doesn't have to comply with the United States Constitution. You know, if I go to work and I start, talking about, silly rape jokes, I'm going to get fired. That's what happens. Sexual harassment, you get fired. That's what happens. This isn't about freedom of speech. This is about doing something that's distasteful, especially when you're a leader in a particular industry. There's certain things that you have to do, and 10 years ago, Twitter was different. We was wilding on the platform. We were saying all types of crazy things. We wasn't saying nothing like that, though.
So, hell no.
And he was 40 then. People were like, oh, that was 10 years ago. He was 40. If he didn't know better then, he damn sure don't know better now.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing is, so like with the freedom of speech thing, he's talking about raping kids and all that. It's like freedom of speech. It's like, all right, no doubt. I want you to be able to say whatever you want to say under the Constitution of the United States of America. I also want to let you know that if a particular group of people catch you in the street slipping, it's going to be consequences for them words.
Right.
So it's, you got the freedom of speech, but you got the freedom to get your ass whooped too.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. I mean, I just feel like we can't draw a line of a standard, man. Like, hey, man, these kid jokes is off limits, man. Like, it's too much. Like, I can't. Like, we're supposed to be protecting the children, man, not trying to exploit them. And I can't even think, like, what would go through your mind to even say that type joke if you ain't practicing? Some of them cats was practicing that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For real. Like, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry, man. I don't know if this is Bohemian Grove or whatever Illuminati stuff we want to talk about, man. Some crazy stuff is happening, man. And I think, it probably follows up with all the, the border. They probably taking kids across the border, sending them to Hollywood, you know what I mean? And doing crazy. It's child trafficking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why I think the left is shook because, he got Jeff Sessions out here looking like a rabid dog going after these sex traffickers and stuff like that and doing this border stuff.
Right.
He would put off their supply.
Right.
Disgusting, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Cernovich.
That's your boy, man. Yo, chat, man. We had this discussion about Cernovich, man. This is about like a year ago, man. 2 years ago. Full circle right here. I wish y'all had heard that discussion.
I can't stand that fool, but we need her, you know what I'm saying? And Jack Pozobiak, or however you say his name, Jack Zobiak. But they've been doing a lot of work with the help of 4chan. But that's what I mean. I think it's like, people want the government to get involved in some of these issues. And I'm like, no, us, the people, need to handle it. And we need to police and politic ourselves. Right. Because conservatism is about less government. So we shouldn't be calling on government every time something happens. We should be able to ones to handle it ourselves. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Pluto X, $5 super chat. He said, in my mentions, people told me it's just jokes and not to worry about Pedo Wood. All because I said we should keep an eye on them. Pluto X, you already know what to think of them people, man. They are sick, degenerate, left wing, the evil left. This is why we got to get out and vote midterm elections and the next presidency in 2020.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. You're definitely right. We got to hold down the midterms. Anyway, that's another episode. This is episode 5, man. We getting it done, man. We getting it done.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for everybody coming in. Check out Patreon or Hotep Nation. Donate Patreon, Uncle Hotep, Lola and Doe. Check it out. Check out hotepnation.com. So subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and make sure. I think Stixenheimer had a way y'all can sign up so you don't get you can see all the notifications, so you won't miss a video. But check the rebroadcast, my man. Check out the rebroadcast. Anyway, this is Hotep Jesus, man. Another good episode, man.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure, man. Great episode. I love it. See you next week, man.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Ayo.